Olly Murs just transformed his body in 12 weeks, went from soft and cozy to straight up shredded. But here's the wild part. Men love it, but women, not so much. Which one do you like better?
Left.
Less shredded.
The right.
Maybe both of them?
The right one.
This guy. This year looks bigger.
I mean, I like whichever body he feels more comfortable in.
42% of men preferred Ollie's shredded look, but only 7% of women agreed. 27% of women actually liked his softer look better. Research shows that women generally prefer less muscle than men think they need. So today we're asking, what body type is really attractive in 2025? In general, do you prefer men with a dad bod or with a shredded gym bod, and why?
I've dealt with both in my lifetime, and I feel like dad bods, like sometimes you just want to be a big back and like get a bunch of food and like relax and like watch movies. I feel like the real shredded gymbos, they just like are so particular about their diets and like this and that, and then that affects you, which is nice too, but also like don't make me feel like a fat fuck.
Probably something more in between, like not completely shredded, something in between. Still muscly, still can tell they work out.
I definitely like an athletic build. I'm okay if they're more stocky.
Yeah.
As long as they're not like a twig, like a real, like a beer belly.
Yeah.
I'm fine with like a certain spectrum.
One Harvard study found that the ideal body is way off what people actually want. When you hear that women say that they actually prefer the dad bod, what do you think about that?
If I'm being honest with you, his before photo wasn't even a dad bod.
Yeah.
The average man is actually like overweight and their physique doesn't look like that. I can show you my dad. That is not a dad bod.
First, I get a sense of relief. That's nice to hear. I'm glad. You know, I think it's what the dad bod represents. It's like stability. This could be like the father of my future kids. My husband's in the gym all the time. Like, how is he going to raise the kids? How is he going to provide for us back home? Is he working? I mean, he's working on himself, but is he working to provide for the family?
So some say the dad bod feels more real or stable. Do you agree with that?
I love the comfort of it. I don't know, just like the heat, you know, winter is there, you're like cuddling. I feel like with the shredded guy, you know, ever see that meme? It's like you're like laying on a hair clip. Like that's definitely what it feels like 100%.
I've been with people who have done cuts and stuff, and it's like so restrictive when we go eat. It's just like not as fun. Or you're gonna go vacation, you're gonna go eat, right? Yeah, they're not like measuring things all the time. They're like, oh, we can only eat protein. I think it is more real and stable, but they're not gonna have that body all the time.
With this image that went viral, there's like people saying that, oh, men that have like a dad bod are less likely to cheat. What do you think about that?
It's probably not true. I think if they have the opportunity to cheat and that's who they are and their character, then they will.
In a sense, yeah, because like the men who are more shredded probably have more choice and like
More options?
more options.
Oh my God, they all cheat.
No, I think every guy will cheat. Regardless if they're ugly or not, I think you should just always choose someone who's hot and rich. Like all guys are gonna cheat on you, so might as well get someone hot and like has money.
Do you feel pressure to look shredded even if women say that they don't care or that they prefer a dad bod look?
I don't think I feel pressure to be shredded. It's more so my own thing. Like I want to be the best version of myself. And in turn, it gives you confidence in daily life as well. You know, people notice these things. And even if people say that I don't care, and that's okay. But whenever someone says that you look good, it's just an added confidence boost, right?
100%. My past relationship, I slimmed down because I had like an ankle injury. And my partner at the time was like, hey, like I like when you're like bigger, have more muscles, guys to be like 215, more shredded and everything else like that. And then there's a lot more pressure to be like that. And her friends refer to me as skinny. And I do feel like society puts a lot of pressure on it, especially in movies and everything. Most of the leading guys in these movies are all people who are like shredded or they have a physique that takes a lot of effort to get into. And you see like on Instagram, the guys with all the followers, all the likes, they're always the guy who has all the muscles and everything else like that.
I mean, I personally don't feel the pressure. For me, personality is most important. So that's kind of, I'm not trying to take off my shirt and showcase that. I mean, I am very health conscious, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be with someone that only wants to be with me for my looks.
In a 2020 UK study, both men and women drastically misjudged what the opposite sex finds attractive. Why do you think men and women have different views on this same image?
Maybe men think that's what women want. And like a lot of other men, like men follow each other. Like depends who you're with as well. If you're in a big friend group of guys and they all go to the gym and all your friends are really big, you're going to want to be big.
I mean, I can't speak on a woman, but like on a guy, I think muscle is probably a big thing for us.
I think it all comes down to what men think the effort is that went into actually making that body possible. So like aspirationally, it took a lot of effort to get there. So I would imagine that people would appreciate the hard work that took to get to that point. But I would say for women, the one that is super duper cut up and super in shape, it's kind of like implied that if you're with that person, you would have to kind of match that lifestyle. It's pressure. No one wants that.
Men, that's like their goal. That's what they strive to be. I feel like women definitely don't care as much. You never see a good looking guy date an ugly girl, but you always see a good looking girl date an ugly guy.
Why do you think that is?
Men, they're vain as fuck. I think they care about their image, especially like going to the gym, eating right, having a good looking partner, which is all the more to you. But I feel like women just don't care as much about that. We want someone to love us for who we are.
I don't know if all the women were saying the truth. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, but maybe it's just that women are not really that concerned about looks or physical appearance. It's more so they're concerned about, other things and what kind of person they are on the inside and the outside.
We just want a nice guy that's going to treat us well.
Yeah.
And it's less about how our image looks versus like almost all of the media, like when they portray a good girlfriend, it's all about like how she looks, how big her boobs are, how skinny she is, what she's dressed as. Oh, she modest or she has a bikini body. Like it's always about her image.
So what's really going on here? Attraction, health, or insecurity? What do you think motivates men to keep up with fitness regimes? Do you think it is health, self-confidence, or do you think it is attraction?
The ladies, I'm joking. When I'm at the gym, most of the times the reason why the guys are in there is because they're either going through a breakup or they're looking to get back into the dating world. And that's like a huge part of the reason why they get into the gym. Yeah. And then after a while, when they realize there's like the benefits of it, it becomes kind of a lifestyle. Intrinsically, a lot of men, we just do things for women's validation.
Probably a mixture of the three. For me, it's the health aspects.
I think it's all you said. For me, it was more just long-term health, just like feeling good about yourself. Getting compliments gives you confidence as well. It's just an overall good thing to have, and it's just a better way to live, in my opinion.
Girls. For like 3 years, I had terrible depression. I gained so much weight, I couldn't button up my shirt.
Have you noticed a change since you've lost weight?
Yes, for sure. I get more dates. I noticed that I am a lot more open, a lot more social, and I think it's because I'm more active.
When it comes to attraction, what matters more, looks or the energy someone gives off?
Energy. I love a medium ugly with funny personality, 100%. Medium ugly? Medium ugly only. We won't go below that.
I think it's situational. If they don't know you, looks matter the most. If you have other things around going for, let's just say you're at work, or you're at a party where people kind of know you and they can like ask a third party about you, then your energy matters a lot more. But if it's a complete stranger, your looks is what's going to draw them over to you.
I think looks is that kind of, that initial like attraction, like that draws you to that person, but the energy is what keeps you there.
Yeah.
So for me, if someone has a good energy, they're outgoing, they're fun, they're just enjoying life, that to me is the most attractive thing.
Energy mostly. But looks is important too. But no, definitely energy and your personality and how you are. Yeah.
Both. When you kind of spend more time with the person, it's the energy and how they make you feel about yourself and themselves is kind of what matters the most.
I have a certain standard, so I don't go under that. But as long as they reach that certain standard, I look for energy. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna date someone if I'm not attracted to them. But I wouldn't stay with them if they're a boring person.
It's energy. I'm older. Young girls I find really attractive on a completely different level of interaction and wisdom. It's a different level of communication. So even though I may be attracted to them, it doesn't mean that we're on the same wavelength.
Both, because I don't want to settle for one or the other. I think we can have it all. We can be really attractive and good looking and smart and kind and funny. I think we can be all those things. So it's fair to want that in a partner as well.
Whether you're bulking, cutting, or just chilling, your body is yours. It's not a vote. Tell us in the comments what you actually find attractive and why. Like, share, and subscribe for more real talk from the streets. This is Maple Life. See you next time.